Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes, and I do love the Labour Party conference. It's an absolute feeding frenzy for anyone who loves politics because it is absolutely riven this year with infighting, backbiting, with people who loathe other people, with corruption, with cowardice, with madcap policies, and with people who haven't got a clue what they're doing. And that's just the cabinet. We've got Keir Starmer, unfortunately. Rather a shame, really, isn't it? But he is under so many problems. We all know many of them. But another one that seems to be emerging, other than obviously what we call it, clothes gate, glasses gate, shut the gate. He's got problems with his own backbenchers leaking against him, talking about him, looking to replace him already. And now there's another problem at conference. This one much more serious, of course, because this one is more humiliation rather than any kind of political matter. It is political, but it's the humiliation effort that goes with it, because the trade unions, who are ultimately the paymasters of the Labour Party, so what they say tends to go. If they don't like something, it's whipped out of the manifesto. They are wanting the government to reverse their move on winter fuel payments for pensioners. Now, the government don't want to do this. They can afford to. We all know they lied. They completely lied about the reasons why they're going to do it. The reason they're doing it is because they loathe pensioners. If they can kill a few, 4,000 or so, it's 4,000 Conservative votes in their eyes. But the unions don't like it. So what do? Because both Unite, which is a massive union, and the Communication Workers Union, they've put forward proposals calling for this policy to be not, scrapped, effectively, taken away, just abandoned, not to be processed and put forward. This is obviously at their conference in Liverpool, and I think that's coming up today. So as you're watching this, I think it's coming up this afternoon. And Labour figures are bracing. These are officials are sort of saying behind the scenes, unattributable leaks, basically. People are saying to the press, look, don't mention my name, but we think we're going to lose the conference vote on this matter. Now, this is very different from a vote in Parliament. A vote in Parliament, you can vote against Labour, but you'll lose the whip. If you're a Labour MP, and you lose the whip. Not so at conference. You can't take the whip off your own supporters. Otherwise, they'll just leave the party and you don't get their money. So it doesn't work like that at conference. And of course, at conference as well, for something like this, it's not exactly binding because it's not a manifesto motion. However, if they lose the vote at conference and still go ahead with it, it will be seen as a slap in the face to the members and, more importantly, to the unions. And the trade union leaders are not noted for being delicate little flowers who will shy away from saying anything. One only has to look at the likes of Mick Lynch, for example, a man well versed in giving his opinion. Sharon Graham, another one, she's the head of Unite. She's got a gob on her. She will not be a happy bunny if they vote against it and then it still goes through. You can foresee there may well be withholding of funds. Now, a lot of Labour's backbenchers rely on union money to help pay for them to get voted in. Imagine come the next election, that money isn't there. And that's why a lot of the backbenchers are kind of going, what am I going to do? Now, we have an issue. It was 53, I think, top of my head, that abstained on the vote. I think you're going to start seeing a lot more abstentions. It's very difficult to vote against your party. That's definitely a no-no. That will lose you the whip, unless there's exceptional circumstances. However, abstentions are the new voting against. And so people will go, oh, I have a toothache. I must go to the dentist that day or something. And the government may start losing votes, even though it's got a huge majority. it may start losing votes, not because Labour members are voting against it, but because Labour members aren't voting at all. And that, of course, will be the downfall for Starmer and Rachel Reeves. And this is the problem. So you've got so many problems now, currently, with Starmer and Reeves, and they're all compounding together. So then on top of this, you're getting yet another layer. This time, this vote at conference rejecting what they want as basic Labour policy to go forward. And as I say, it's not binding, but it's sort of thing. It will give them plenty to think about. It will concentrate their minds. Now, one Labour MP came out at the conference, again, nameless, off the record, was said to be sickened by the revelations over all the sleaze, over the links to Ali, all the money going in for his glasses and his clothes. And she said she's not entirely happy about this and that things need to be done. Now, she has said this off the record. She remains nameless. I wonder who she could be. Who is female in the party and doesn't like Starmer? I wonder. I think it's quite clear to everyone what's going on. I think we're looking at a coup d'etat in real time. I think there's a very slow build-up, and I think it won't be long before the Hydra has been beheaded and a new head appears, one with long ginger hair perhaps. Again, who knows? It's too early to say, but it's not unusual for these things to happen. The only problem is, if it is going to be the Growler, she has her own problems as well at the moment, hasn't she? Going off to spend time in a flat in New York, owned by Ali himself as well. There's a lot of this about, and I think a lot of people are politicising a lot of it. And it stinks. But all those backbenchers, all those unions, all the members, they're not keen at the moment on this policy. They're not keen on Starmer. And I think it would take that for Starmer to be gone. Watch this space, because I don't think it's going to be long. I think he is going to have a very, very difficult next 2 days. If he gets back to number 10 unscathed, he can count himself very, very lucky. Let me know what you think. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I will speak to you later. Bye.